Alright, Bertha, here's the plan. What we're going to do is you're going to do a mark punch. You're going to fail to knock this thing out, which pretty safe to assume since this thing has Intimidate. And then I'm going to throw some balls. I'm going to catch this thing. And we're going to go on our merry way and bowl around in Iron Island for like 20 minutes, half an hour. How's that sound? Sound good? Let's see if it sounds good to Bertha. Well, it's sounding good so far. Come on, let's be a bit of a pal. I could speed up here, but I don't want to. I don't know why I don't want to, but I just don't want to. I'll speed up when I throw balls, because this will probably take a while. Quillfish has a, did I say Quillfish? Meant to, whatever. Quillfish has a somewhat low catch rate, so this might be a bit more obnoxious than I thought. No! God damn it. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, this is quite terrible. And, there goes 2 Pokemon. Are you fucking kidding me? This thing is basically the epitome of, really annoyingly difficult captures. And by difficult, I mean at a level that it has literally no right whatsoever to be. It's literally just creamed 3 of my team members with that fucking thing. Holy shit, I am apparently not allowed to record at frickin' 20 past 10 at night. I'd like to get this out the way so I don't have to record it the day it's being uploaded since I'm busy and doing other shit, but I'm gonna stick with it, even though it is an absolute boatload of bullshit. This is actually my 3rd time trying this segment. The first time failed because I somehow forgot to put the microphone in place, and so it was like in its sort of stationary position, like when it's not being used. And then the second time, Bertha decided to sport herself a shit-eating grin as she critical one-shotted a Quillfish that I was trying to catch. And then there's this asshole. I've not fought this asshole before, but I'm going to run off the assumption that he's going to be an asshole. I didn't even know who the hell to lead with here. If he leads with Lucario, then I guess Dick Kicking's a pretty decent shout to go with here. I think I'm going to go Ghost Trick. I feel like Ghost Trick might have a decent shot against whatever he leads with. I'm going to throw a save state anyway, because I'd like to have a very quick way to resume back at this point if I fail. I like how this guy just kind of just no small talk, no chit chat. See, that's the trouble with the world today. Nobody takes their time to do a really sinister interrogation anymore. It's a lost art, isn't it? Anyhow, here is an Absol. Being part fairy means that I am not weak to dark moves, which is cool. This thing probably doesn't have much in the way of defenses. So let's give this thing just a straight Moon Blast, and hopefully this thing will be flat on its ass faster than you can say, Pantry Dish. Pantry Dish is the best thing. I don't know. I'm trying to come up with witty shit to say, but it's not exactly working out very well, is it? Metagross could stay in and Shadow Ball it. Do I want to stay in and Shadow Ball it? I feel like it's probably a good idea to stay in and Shadow Ball it. It is weak to Steel, though. It might not have been a bad idea to take the turn to get up a Nasty Plot, because then I would have definitely stayed in and Shadow Balled that thing to oblivion. I'll stay in and see how it goes. I don't really necessarily need this thing to deal with the Lucario anyway, so if I can do a bit of damage to this Metagross, then that'll be great. I was not expecting him to have the Metagross. If I did, I would probably have kept Metroast in the team for at least this fight, maybe changed it up later. Metroast is at level 51 though, so I kind of want to give him a bit of a break and let everybody else get up to that level. Oh, cutting it close much. Citrus Berry as well, looks like. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's terrible. I don't even know if this guy is smart enough to heal, but yeah, that Meteor Mash is one-shotting Ghost Trick any day of the week, especially with that +1 attack. Okay. Let us then move on to Dick Kick him. If he doesn't heal, and I'm hoping he doesn't. Yes, he does. God damn it. +1 attack. If this thing outspeeds Dick Kick him at one-shots with, like, Zen Headbutt, this is going to be arse. I hope Blaze Kick will actually do a decent chunk of damage here, because I kind of need to get rid of this Metagross really, really quickly. So there's Meteor Mash. I guess he doesn't need the Psychic move. Because +1 attack, Dick Kick doesn't have a great deal of physical defense. He is going to get his ass handed to him here. Wow! Now he's +2. It's a good thing this thing is slow, because otherwise I would have some major troubles. In that case, Illison, Night Slash, that should finish it off. This is why I hate dealing with Metagross. Maybe I shouldn't... I feel like maybe I probably should have gone with Net Roast for this fight, but I wouldn't have known until I'd had a crack at it once. Salamence. Jaeger can probably fight that thing. Rampart. I don't really want to risk sending in Rampart in case Salamence is like a special attacker and it's got Hydro Pump. It can get Hydro Pump. I guess we're going to go in with Jaeger here. I'm not too sure how this Salamence is going to attack though. I feel like it might not even be the best idea for me to try to take a turn to set up a screen. I'll go for a Reflect here, since it would only make sense to expect some special attacks here. Okay, so it's going with Fly, so that's one turn where I can't really do stuff. Oh! Use the Power Herb, okay. That might not be so bad then. Still kind of a two-shot though, which sucks. Can't really use Fly again though, because it'll have to take the turn, in which case I'll just switch out into Rampart. Or something else that could potentially take the Fly and outspeed and KO this thing. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm going to switch Jaeger out here. I'm going to go into... Bertha can't take a hit. Illison probably can't outspeed. Rampart definitely can't outspeed. But I'll send in just because it's a bit resilient to Fly, and I'm not expecting this thing to try to continue to use Fly on Rampart anyway, so... I guess the question now is, what move do I use against this thing? Mega Horn I don't think has 100% accuracy, which means... I think the only real logical thing to go with here is Stone Edge. If he takes a turn to heal, Stone Edge will be pretty good if it hits. Or the Quick Claw can take effect. Okay. Quick Claw saves the day on that occasion. I'm quite happy with that. Quick Claw certainly doing its chances of staying attached to Rampart no harm. And here's Lucario. How do I deal with the Lucario? I've still got the Reflect up, so I could go in with... No, I can't really go with Illison. I will see what Bertha can do about this situation. I could probably even... I mean, I've already got the Reflect up. I thought this thing's got Reflect as well, so I can't really take the turn to use Reflect there. So I'll see what Mark Punch will do to it. Lucario doesn't have like a huge amount of defense, so this might be a two-shot. If it is, it's just barely. Oh boy, Blaze Kick. Okay, so this thing is going to use some physical attacks here. Okay. Do I want to try another Mark Punch, maybe get a knockout? Yes. Because I didn't see it go down, but I'm pretty sure that that Lucario was holding a Life Orb and lost some of his HP as a result. This is certainly putting me off of using my own Life Orb. So yeah, there's Meteor Mash. If I had Iron Fist, then I would not hesitate to put Meteor Mash on this thing just immediately. Because Meteor Mash's Japanese name actually happens to be literally Comet Punch. Whereas our Comet Punch is known in Japanese as Consecutive Punch. And I think both moves get benefited from Iron Fist, but Lord knows who in the hell would ever want to use the Consecutive Punch. Okay, so how do I deal with this Ursaring? Maybe I can go with with Illison. If Ursaring's going to be a bit of a physical attacker, then I think Illison might be able to tank a hit from this thing, get up a Swords Dance, and then maybe Leaf Blade will do a decent chunk of damage. We'll see how that goes. Strength, I think, is a fighting type move in this generation, so I think the only other benefit they can get is maybe a plus in attack power. Yeah, As long as I got the reflect up, then this should be fine. What is this? That's a burn. That is going to trigger guts. So that thing's got a beast of an attacking stat now. Oh, setting up protect. Why? It's kind of smart because, geez, it just wasted a turn of reflect there. Okay. How much will a +2 Leaf Blade do? Well, since it's got some pretty decent physical attack behind it, this might just get rid of it. Critical as well. That was a very welcome critical. I have my doubts as to whether or not the Earth Ring would have been one-shotted without a crit there. Oh shit, slacking. I think we stay in, and I guess just try to smash this thing with a Leaf Blade. I outspeed at least. Slacking is surprisingly quick, even though it loafs around a whole lot. If I can get past what it does in this first turn, then it's not gonna do anything on the next turn. Okay, so there's Body Slam. Jeez, that's a decent... Oh, of course, of course. Yeah. That would have been really, really annoying. Like, it seemed to me as if the game absolutely had to inflict paralysis on me right then and there, but... Nope. Ellison's just a bit too strong with that +2 attack on it. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I got the double cash stack as well. I'm glad that he heals my Pokemon and I don't have to go back to the Pokemon Center to do that, because I want to go and have a bit of a bowl around in this place. Not really sure if I have anything to talk about as I go in through here, and it's going to be a boring old cave, but the first thing I would like to try to find in here is the Protector. So let me see if I can locate that ever so quickly. That's certainly not it, and I might have to fight a trainer before I can get to this item, so... Actually, I think I had to go back to the Pokemon Center anyway, because... Yeah, I've got like a couple of 51s on my team and I want to switch those out, so yeah. Let me quickly go back. Take me back home, Mr. Sailor Man. I don't even know what the hell the context was in that, but... I wasted a friggin' thing there, didn't I? Repel. Okay, Suricate can come in favor of Bertha, in replacement of Bertha, and then we'll just go one grass type out, one grass type in, and give Spearmint a tilt. So that's 4 team members at 51 so far, so that's not too bad. And I think my team at the moment is still, like, relatively strong. It's got Suricate in it, it'll be fine. Unless there's something that is somehow capable of outspeeding Suricate and, like, one-shotting it, which I am starting to have my doubts about, but I don't want to put my head too far up in the clouds. Alright. Now, we want... Who do I want to lead with? I'll lead with Dick Kick him against this dude. Just because I can. Hello! 3 team... Charmeleon, really? Okay, cop the... Okay, Dick Kick him, you can just get out of the team. I know Amber Bomb is weak to high jump kick, but no. You're not allowed to fight Amber Bomb. I am punishing you for missing with high jump kick. And Suricate immediately goes to level 51. That's great. Floatzel, cop that in the face. And is this the item that we are looking for? Yes, it is. So guess what? We are immediately using it. That's pretty much the long and the short of it. Here is the final evolution on my team for this playthrough. I really do not like that sprite, with its having its mouth all gaped open like that, and it looks like it's going and shit. Also, you're not getting Dragon Rush. Sorry, you're just not. Okay, so Rampart has now reached the summit of its evolutionary prowess, and it's looking pretty decent. Solid Rock makes it a little bit more resilient to moves that are super effective against it. I'm still expecting something like Surf to still one-shot it, because it's got shit for special defense, but I'm sure it'll come in handy at some point. I guess the next thing I want to do is put Rampart up front so I can test him out. And I think there's like 2 or 3 other trainers in this room right here, so won't be long of a wait before I get to have a crack at that. Let me see what this item is first. Max Repel, because that's totally going to be helpful. Alright. Fight me, and I will fight you with my just walking suit of like Kevlar or some shit. And my first opposition is something that Rampart is quad weak to. Bail the fuck out. Yeah, Energy Ball. Of course it's going to have a special move. So get the fuck out of the face. Now here we go. Fearo's a little bit better. Fearo I know has Drill Run, but I don't expect that Drill Run to knock Rampart out anytime soon. Especially if Quick Claw goes in here and I hit with Stone Edge, which is exactly what I did. So that Fearo is just with the crows, I guess. And what was it, Raichu? Yeah. Earthquake. For all I know, that Raichu could have had Surf, but we'll never know. So, Rampart has had his obligatory first battle to test the waters of his newfound power, but now that he's at 51, he gets to sit back for a little bit. Oh god. There's that item, there's another item, which I've got to go all the way back for. I can see how this can be slightly confusing to navigate with just the barrels being in the way and the random bits of rock and stuff like that. No, I want to go down this way, don't I? Yeah, go around here, and then around here, and then down this way. Now, I believe this leads to a dead end. It might still be a dead end, but it does contain trainers, so let me... Hyper Potion here. I think the other two can do fine with the amount of HP that they've got. Working class hero, he reckons. Let's see how that pans out for you. Didn't think so. Did not think so. Somewhat, I feel somewhat justified in my decision not to go with a Donphan as of yet. It's going to happen eventually though, because it's an elephant. Elephants are kind of cool. It's not like a stereotypical elephant though, because it's an elephant that is designed to be much smaller than a regular roll elephant and just sort of roll around the place. It's kind of its gimmick. Is there a hidden item on this side? It's probably in the rock. Oh, nope, it's right here. Oh, Star Piece. Star Pieces are only going to get sold for money because, as I mentioned in the previous segment, sending them into Mr. Fuego to get shards is kind of useless since shards are not needed for the move tutors anymore. There might still be something that requires shards, but I, for some reason, have my doubts about this. Hello, Camerupt. Do I throw... Let's just put up a nasty plot. I'm just going to bank on this Camerupt being unable to kill me, and it was not able to kill me. But it did put me to sleep. Or it would if he had another Pokemon, which he just didn't. That's cool. I'm happy with this, because as we're about to get into the annoying part, I get to bowl around this place with Riley. I mean, he's pretty competent as a trainer. He's got his Lucario and whatnot, and we've got a Nurse Joy right there. So let me throw ahead. Yeah, whatever. Go ahead and throw a save state here. Hello, Mr. Riley, sir, with your funky fedora type thing. That's cool. I'm pretty sure I've got a repel up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've got a repel up. So, interesting to note here is that he will heal your team up after every battle, but he does not heal your team up until you've at least had one battle. And so, there's just a nurse here who will heal you, which is kind of cool. Okay, so, all the battles here are going to be double battles, as you'd expect. It's this type of area. So, let's get started here. And hopefully I don't get my shit caved in. I remember one playthrough I actually did have a bit of trouble getting through this bit. I can't remember which playthrough it was. It might have been Pearl. I'm not 100% sure though. So we're having an all-out fighting war here. Let's just get going and showing off our prowess by just one-shotting that Hitmontop. That was surprising. And Lucario is going to show off how his high jump kick works. Not quite. My kung fu is the best there, unfortunately. And here we have the two Pokemon that Chuck uses normally. One of them is about to get a Mark punched in the face. Because our Kung Fu will always be the best. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that Lucario kind of screwed the pooch there, didn't it? Let me high jump kick the Hariyama, I guess. Can I stop the Salamence from using Fly? Yes, I can. So it's just going to spend the rest... It just kind of flew up, looked down, and the battle was already over. So those two pretty much to... What kind of a reference do I want to make here? We'll just say feet everywhere, body nowhere, and the rest of them on the way back to the pavilion. I thought there was a hidden item here. There apparently isn't. Okay. Don't know why there isn't, but whatever. Okay, well, now I want to know what that item is, so we're going to go ahead and grab that. Oh boy, red shard, because that's... Yeah. I really do hope the shards have some kind of use in this hack. It'd be a shame to just make them completely and utterly useless, because I don't think they even sell for much anyway. Oh boy, Dusk Ball. Okay, alright, I think I know where we can set this battle up. Alright, yeah. His eyesight is not quite as good as it should be in order to see me from here, so I've got to move up one step. Unless he decides he's just sort of working with that hiker and making some kind of really shitty attempt to stealthily ambush us. I don't know. It's probably not working. I don't even remember who I've got who I've got leading here. Who was it? Jaeger. That sounds good. Let me take the opportunity to... These two have low special defense. I'm going to reflect anyway, screw it. I really don't understand why Ledian doesn't get Bullet Punch. There's really no reason why it shouldn't. It's basically Mark Punch, but it's a steel type. It would have really benefited it so much with its Technician ability. I think that might have been a bit of a missed trick right there. Was that a Dragon Dance? I think that might have been a Dragon Dance. You can thank me for that one. You would not have survived if it wasn't for my Reflect. Dazzling Gleam, I guess. Lucario will probably Bullet Punch somewhere and knock Pupitar out, I guess, so... Probably should have focused on Psychic. I think that was the more powerful move there anyway. I think I'll let that Metagross go after the Probopass, I guess. Did it try using, like, Lock On there? I think it tried using Lock On there. Jeez. Okay. And it somehow still missed. Did it try using Lock On Metagross and then tried hitting me with a move? I feel like that's what he tried to do. Like a complete moron. That would have been pretty good. Also, I guess that Metagross doesn't have a whole lot of type coverage, or at least it doesn't have Earthquake. I don't know why it doesn't have Earthquake. It really should. Against the Steelix, it would have been mighty helpful. Mighty 10. Smooth Rock. I think that just makes Sandstorm last longer. Looks like I'm going to have to fight these two miners before I can progress onward. Spearmint's the only non-51 here, so... I'll jump on in here and give these two a bit of a touch-up. Making some pretty good time as well. I say this, and I'm probably still going to have another 35-minute plus segment. I think the best route here is to Seed Bomb the Lairon, because it'll take neutral damage from it. Ah, well. We worked out intelligently that, at least that. Not exactly keen on Magneton surviving that Blaze Kick. Okay, I guess Icicle Crash the Machoke. That works. Kick this Lairon's ass. I think he got a plus attack from that thing. Okay. This Lucario, besides dying to like a stiff breeze, has certainly been proving itself, as it should be. It's a freaking Lucario. Random Team Galactic encounter right there. I think there's one more pair of trainers that I gotta fight off first. Yeah, I think that's them there. Or is there another... Let me just do a quick scan of the place. So knock those two over. A couple of hikers, knock them over. Those two. I think it's just these ace trainers or whatever left. My memory is telling me that I did actually lose to these two at one point, and it made me incredibly salty. Who do I lead with? Let's go with... Actually, no, let's go with Jaeger. Jaeger provides some nice foil for the Lucario with the Reflect. And next thing I know, I'm going to get my ass handed to me by these two. That would really not be suitable at all. Well, I'm not exactly liking the opposition. One of them seems like it'd be more physical based, and the other one seems like it'd be more special based. I think I'm going to go light screen here first up. Okay, Masquerade's pretty quick actually. Outspeeds the Lucario at least. That Gardevoir should have its ass handed to it though because of Meteor Mash. Yeah, there goes the Gardevoir. That's a big threat right there. I think Lucario also got a attack boost off of that thing. Now, do I want to set up a Reflect here? I think I would rather go with the Psychic on the Lopunny, hopefully knock it out. Yeah, that works. I'm paralyzed, but I'm not going to fuss too much over that. I think Dazzling Gleam for this spot right here, get rid of the Medicham. Hippowdon puts up a Sandstorm. Oh boy, I think he missed with High Jump Kick there. And that just leads Cradily, which if the Jaeger can't knock it out, then the Salamence definitely will. Or I could just go in with Dick Kick him and smash it with a High Jump Kick. That works. I think the male trainer there was named Jonah. Should totally have called him Donut. And here I was about to revive my team member when I forgot that Riley heals my stuff. Suricate, because I want to get these two schmucks out of the way as quickly as I possibly can. And it might have been these two that I lost to, honestly. It would have been pretty shit. Oh boy. Mm-hmm. And we won't, because these are just generic schmucks. They might gang up on Suricate. That's going to suck if that happens. Let me go for a Swords Dance here. Okay, I got up the Swords Dance. Wake Up Slap, yep. Rip Perugly. Okay, cool. I think we're in a pretty decent position here to start smashing things for 6. Toxicroak's dead. Golbat's dead. Close combat aimed at that Houndoom. You're dead. And then I guess Crush Claw on the Muck. Oh, I missed. Yeah. Fucked your shit up. I'm feeling just a little bit overpowered at the moment, if I'm going to be perfectly honest, especially with Riley with me, but he's not going to be with me anymore. Yada 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 yada. Okay, so he doesn't give me the Riolu egg, which doesn't matter because you can find wild Riolu in the Orberg gate anyway, so it's not like it's that big of a loss. Okay, I guess I might as well leave the Repel off just to, in case I find something that I might want to catch on my way out here. That is a Shiny Stone, which I remember because when I played through my first ever Diamond run, like my first Gen 4 run in general was Diamond, I found the Shiny Stone and immediately evolved my Roselia into a Roserade. Hello Lairon. Let me take the opportunity to capture you right now. Oh, no. Okay, rip. Dick Kick him, I guess you can probably take a hit. No. Come on. Beer Power, get in the ball. Let me go into Ghost Trick here, actually, so Takedown doesn't do any damage. Come on. Thank you. There's Lairon. I don't know if Aggron is encounterable in the wild at all. Or it might not be. Not too sure. Hello, Metal Coat. Is this where you find Registeel? Yeah, it is. Yeah, this is where you find Registeel. Mount Coronet's like covered in ice, so that's where you find Regice, and then Regirock's cave is in like a sandstorm area. So, as I bowl on out here, I guess I might as well establish what's left for me to catch here. I think I've already got Marvel and Sableye. I guess it's just Rhydon and Steelix, which I'm not going to take the time to look for right now because they are both 5% encounters. And they can be found at any point in the island anyway, so that's probably going to be doing it for this segment. I'm going to go back and heal. Wait. Huh. I did forget that Byron was over there. Where the hell is he? Was he in, like, the house or something? It's weird. Oh, yeah, he is. Hello. Uh-huh. Ah, rightio. So I guess if you talk to him before exploring Iron Island, he'll, like, reject your challenge until you've been through Iron Island. Okay. At least that saves me a bunch of time. So I believe that opens up the gym then, which we will be doing next time. Yep, there that is. And I think the only other thing I can really do here is, yeah. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to off-screen grab the Rhydon, grab the Steelix, and then we're just going to be bowling straight into the gym for next time. I'll just pick a random team of 6 that I think will work well in the gym. It is a Steel-type gym. And we'll see if my decisions proved fruitful, I guess. Alright, I will see you next time for that fancy pants hullabaloo bull crap.